Hey friends, Ash here. Welcome back to Extra Gents. Hope that you're doing well. Today we're talking about designer fragrances that even niche snobs love. Shout out to all you niche snobs out there. Power. These are not the fragrances though. I have to channel my inner niche snob to truly do today's video.
Focus.
Dior has sunk to a new low. Truly disgusting chemical warfare bug spray.
That's bug spray.
Bug spray.
Oh God. I wouldn't wish this upon my worst enemy. Repulsive, truly. Anybody that buys this, no taste. This, derivative. Pathetic. Is this the best you have to offer, Armani? Rehashing the same DNA over and over? Obvious cash grab. No thank you. This, don't get me started on this. It's so sweet, my God. It's giving me cavities.
This is giving me cavities.
If I wanted to smell like a small child who was wearing a melted sucker, I would do that. But I don't, because unlike somebody who would buy this, I have class, taste, and decorum. Pathetic. What is this? An affront and abomination to God and mankind. These crystals, they're not even Swarovski. It's glued on. I would expect it to be set into the cap and bottle. I'm never gonna unsmell that. Thanks. YSL, yeah, you peaked with Tom Ford. M7, that was a masterpiece. This is trash, which is exactly where it's gonna be going. I didn't catch that, dang it. Do I even need to talk about this? What is going on here? A lightning bolt? What do I look like, a 6-year-old that wants to buy my He-Man toys and go boom boom in the potty? I don't think so, no sir. This? Oh God. Get it away from me. If somebody comes at me in Macy's and tries to spray that at me, no thank you. I'm putting the hand in the face and walking away. I'm doing it. I know more than you. This is all garbage. This is trash. Get it out of my face. If I'm not paying $300 per bottle, baby, I don't want it. Peasants. Ooh, nice. I can see why people like to be snobby. It kind of gets you going. Well, that was a fun, just complete waste of a beginning of a video. Let's start talking about the actual fragrances, which will be linked down below. The first one is Paco Rabanne's Phantom. No, it's not. The first one is Dior Homme Intense. Yeah, that actually is the first one. I'm sorry, guys, I didn't mean it. But you do have to go stand over here. Dior Homme Intense smells absolutely fantastic. Niche snob or not, man, this stuff is amazing. The iris in here is to die for. The ambrette is top notch. Everything is top notch. Creamy, sweet, so classy, sexy, perfect performance. This is one of the best designer fragrances ever made. And it makes total sense why people who have higher tastes would enjoy this one as well, because this is not your typical designer. Dior Homme Intense, easy choice. So is Dior Homme Parfum. Maybe we could even put in Dior Homme Sport in here, the discontinued Dior Homme Eau. A lot of fragrances from the Dior Homme line. The original Dior Homme. In case it's not obvious, this is all tongue-in-cheek, guys. I am not taking shots at you if you are a huge fan of niche fragrances. I'm also doing the inverse of fragrances that even designer bros will like that are niche. So I'll get to channel my designer bro in that one. It'll be a lot of fun. Since we got a Dior, we gotta go Chanel and Teus up next. Now, I knew I had to put a Chanel in here, and I was kind of waffling. I was like, well, you know, I could do Pour Monsieur, I could do Platinum Egoiste, I could do one of the Allures, one of the Bleu de Chanels, but the one that made the most sense, Teus. This is straight out of the 80s. I believe it was 81 when this released. So, you know I dig it. I like those 80s fragrances. You can't sneak those by me. This is very masculine. It is, you know, a little bit animalic, but I think it's more wearable nowadays for more people than Koros is, which this sometimes gets compared to, of course, by Yves Saint Laurent. It has a big punch. It is very prominent. It will make your presence known. And oftentimes, people that are really into niche fragrances, when it comes to designers, will gravitate more towards something that is either a bit of a classic, something like this, or something from the designer brands that are held in higher esteem by people that are really into fragrances. which you'll see in this list. So we're talking Christian Dior, Chanel, Hermes, brands like that. Brands like Carolina Herrera, Versace, those are not held in as high esteem by people that really enjoy niche fragrances typically as brands like these. After that, we have a Guerlain, and it is L'Instant de Guerlain. Now, I know that Guerlain technically would be considered a niche brand, but they have a lot of fragrances that are very clearly made to compete against designer fragrance brands, designer fragrances, and so that's why I lumped this one in with these other fragrances. Now, this is not at all the bottle style that this is gonna come in nowadays. They've actually changed the bottle style up a number of times, which I don't feel like is the greatest idea, but you know, Guerlain's gonna Guerlain. They're gonna do what they wanna do. So if you look for this one nowadays, it's gonna look like this, possibly, depending on where you're shopping, man. Like I said, they got a few different bottle styles. Now this stuff, this stuff actually rules. Really, really good. And I haven't brought it up in a long time. And I'm not even sure why. I don't have a good reason. It just has slipped my mind. I was looking through for fragrances for this list, and I saw that one and I was like, "Bleh. Why haven't I been talking about them?" It's awesome. It's been awesome. It is awesome. So this one has cacao, has patchouli, some cinnamon in there as well. Great sweetness, very classy, gentlemanly, but easily worn as well, quite versatile. And definitely its own thing, quite unique compared to fragrances nowadays. So that's a solid one. Everybody can enjoy that. Then we bump over to Hermes, Terre d'Hermes, gonna be my choice here, just the original Terre d'Hermes. There are many flankers of Terre d'Hermes that you could put in here, maybe put in one of the Jardin fragrances. You could also potentially do like Voyage d'Hermes, but I think you just gotta go with this one. Another one that is very classy, that's what really most all these fragrances have in common. If you have a classy scent that has a very timeless scent profile to it, at least what fragrance lovers would consider timeless, that is from a more respected brand, then you got something that a lot of people can get behind, even if they typically gravitate toward niche scents. So this beauty right here has citrus, has kind of a flintiness to it, vetiver of course, earthiness. It is a little divisive. Some people don't like it. Some people think Terre d'Hermes is too earthy, not easily worn, that it can be a little off-putting. For me, it's fantastic. I love it. Ultra versatile. I think you can wear that all year. Daytime, nighttime, does not matter. This stuff stands the test of time, even though mine is a little wonky. Stay up. Ooh, L'Occitane next. Eau de Beau. I have needed a new bottle forever. I keep saying I'm gonna buy a new one and I haven't done it. That is on me, but this stuff, fire. And this is the cheapest of the bunch. If we're talking just retail, MSRP, it's not too expensive because it's just from L'Occitane. I hate how the silver flakes off. I don't know if the new bottles have that issue or not, but you see how it has like this kind of almost matte finish, just like over top the plastic. The way the cap clicks in, as you take it off, it flakes the covering of the plastic off, which is kind of a pain. Ends up making a mess every time you take the cap off. One-time hype beast, no longer hyped, that still deserves to be hyped. That's what this is. One of the better vanilla fragrances out there with a nice aromatic woodiness as well. Top-notch quality for the price point. This stuff is, like I said, fantastic. I have always loved this. This is my third bottle, I think, which obviously needs to be replaced, and I've been depriving myself of wearing it because it's low, so I'm like, well, I don't want to wear it too much, and then I just don't wear it at all, and yeah, I just, like I said, like 12 times now, I just gotta buy a new one, just gotta bite the bullet. So Eau de Beau, 2 thumbs up. Then we got Black Orchid from Tom Ford. This is the Parfum edition. Ooh, that's why it's all gold, very fancy and pricey. This has truffle, rum, and ylang-ylang as some of the notes in the scent, and this 50 mil, $195. Ouch. Yeah, that's the retail price. The 100 mil, $295. That's an expensive designer. That is niche prices, straight up. Now, I thought about going with the original Black Orchid. Maybe that would have been a better choice. Could have also gone with Gray Vetiver, of course, or Noir Extreme, but this gold bottle was calling out to me. Black Orchid Parfum smells nice. This stuff is earthy, it's rich, it's dark, it smells high quality. It lingers for an eternity for me. Not the easiest thing to wear on earth, but definitely does its own thing. It's a really cool way of talking about something, isn't it? That sounds super positive. Well, I'll tell you what, the quality's there and it does its own thing. I can tell you that much. Wow, that's just something. That is something else right there, buddy. Oh. My bad. Oops, Butterfingers. Oopsie daisy. So Black Orchid, and then we're gonna finish things off with another parfum. It is Eau Sauvage Parfum from Christian Dior. Now, they have a 2017 edition of Eau Sauvage Parfum. I don't own that one. I actually have 2 bottles of this one. So I was like, do I need to buy the 2017 if I have 2 bottles of this edition? I don't know. And I just haven't gotten around to doing it. Woohoo! Yeah, that's good stuff. Bergamot, petitgrain, vetiver, and myrrh, some of the notes in the scent. Another one that really packs a punch. Lasts forever, has a really nice quality to it. Has a gentlemanly aspect as well with darker undertones. So it opens up a little fresh and aromatic and then has a very robust myrrh underneath that you can pick up right away that opens up even more as the fragrance dries down. It's gonna be more for the evening, maybe a little bit more of a formal fragrance. Not quite as much as Dior Homme Intense over here, but still might be playing in the same ballpark as far as when you would use it. It's more of a fall and winter time fragrance. Eau Sauvage, by your average Joe, overlooked nowadays by normal Sauvage or Sauvage Elixir, you know. So when you hear Dior Sauvage, that's immediately what people think of. They don't think, oh, Sauvage, but this stuff still has a big crowd of people that still really enjoy it. So there we go, 7 fragrances in the designer realm. Some of them quite pricey, but still in the designer realm that even the niche lovers will respect and love. Like I said, pretty soon I'm gonna do the designer bros and niche fragrances that even they enjoy. Thank you guys for hanging with me. Stay safe out there. I'll see you guys tomorrow with another fragrance video. See you guys later.